You ever look at a syllabus for the first time or just...
That honestly is what defined the difference between my first year in my PhD and my second year. I used the same strategies that worked for me in undergrad in my PhD program, and I quickly found out that that doesn't necessarily work the same way. In my PhD program, it was a difference between quality versus quantity. So for example, when I look at the syllabus and it tell me I had to read chapters 3, 4, and 5 in the history of higher education, I would literally read chapters 3, 4, and 5, from the very first word in chapter 3 to the very last word in chapter 5. In my PhD program, it was more important to be able to effectively communicate in class than for you to read every single word in each of the chapters. Now, I'm not saying to skip the chapter readings. I'm not saying that at all. I read non-linearly. So in some instances, I would read chapter 4 first, and I would actually start from the conclusion and work my way backwards until I had a good understanding. Then I might read the middle of chapter 5 because I understand the contemporary examples they use in chapter 5 in the beginning and the end. And chapter 3, I might read in its entirety because it laid a great foundation of historical context. So I did more inventory of the topics before I did the assignments versus now reading again every chapter, every word. But either way it goes, no matter what you do for your first year in your PhD program or any year, you got this. And you are creating knowledge, not consuming it. So that means your strategy is going to be a little bit different. I'm rooting for you.